Hey, what's up YouTube? What's up Aquamigos? Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it. If you're new here, my name's Tobias and welcome to my YouTube channel. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you guys how to propagate tropical water lilies. And actually guys, when I searched on YouTube, I didn't actually see any videos where people were showing how to propagate tropical water lilies. All the videos that I saw were people propagating hardy water lilies. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a little different with the tropical ones. So I'll go ahead and throw up a little diagram that I found on Google, but it looks like the main difference between the two when it comes to like propagating them is that hardy water lilies, they grow more horizontally along a rhizome, whereas tropical water lilies, they grow vertically. So with the hardy ones, you know, it's pretty easy. What you would do is you would just cut along that rhizome and then you could kind of plant that again, kind of horizontally, and that's how that would work. But with the tropical ones, what I believe is the easiest method is you want to separate the crowns. There'll be like separate crowns forming at the top, and I believe you can separate those. I've never done this before. Like I said, I wasn't able to find other videos of people doing this, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot today. And then afterwards, of course, I'll give you guys an update on where we're at with like the filtration system and all that. So these water lilies, they're in like a plant pot in the middle right there, and just from looking at it from over here, I feel like the lily pads, I feel like I can already tell that they're coming from different crowns. So hopefully, you know, I can separate one of those and I can plant one on its own, and then, you know, that should grow an entirely new plant separate from that one. But pretty much guys, from what it looks like, I'm pretty sure that group of lily pads in the back right there, I'm pretty sure those will probably be coming from their own crown. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. I'm gonna take the whole thing out and we'll take a better look. Alright guys, so I just took the pot out, and just as I suspected, check this out. It looks like we have a nice crown right here near the top. There's another one right here, right in here, and then I believe there's another one in here, but it's kind of hard to see. I'm gonna try to remove some of the algae that's stuck to it. Maybe I'll even fill this up with water so I can kind of like see what's going on better. And then I'll go ahead and try to separate one of those. I'm trying to just find a good one, you know? One that'll be easy to separate. But yeah, this might be the one right there. Maybe we'll try to separate this one right here. Alright guys, so after filling it with water, I was able to remove, you know, some of the algae that was around the plant, and I actually discovered this. So originally I was saying that there was a crown over here that I was planning on separating. Well, check this out. Once I filled it with water, this huge piece just floated up to the top, and I was able to get a really good look at what's actually going on. So this right here, this is like a whole nother plant. Basically right here there's a rhizome. It's about that long, and it's just holding on to the pot by, it feels like maybe a couple roots, and it even has its own roots coming from the rhizome right here. Even this really long one, that's coming from this rhizome right here. I know it's a little hard to see because of the glare. I'm gonna try to even just pull this off. I might not even have to cut it. I might be able to just pull it off with my hand. And then what I have over here, check this out. I have a terracotta plant pot that is the perfect size down there. I've had it in the pond for like, I don't know, a couple years. I'm gonna take that out, and that's where I will plant the new water lily. So let's go ahead and just grab that real quick. Alright guys, so I actually went ahead and put that pot in here because I was looking at the bottom of it and there's some stuff on it that looks like potentially some kind of fish egg. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just gonna leave that in there until I'm ready to prepare it. So a lot of people will say that you'll have to put soil at the bottom of the pot when you're, you know, propagating a new water lily plant. But in my opinion, I feel like I have so many nutrients already in my pond, judging by like how much algae growth that I have, that I don't really think it's that necessary. So I'm gonna do it without the soil. I think it'll do fine, I guess we'll see. And what I'm actually gonna do is at the bottom, I'm going to put a layer of play sand. Then I'm going to go ahead and put that rhizome in, and then I'm going to surround it with like lava rocks and river pebbles to keep it in place. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so I went ahead and rinsed off some play sand and I collected some rocks from the pond. I might need to collect some more, we'll just have to see. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started by separating that one rhizome right there. So I actually went ahead and redid it a little bit because I wasn't entirely happy with how I kind of positioned it the first time, but it's more or less vertical. It is angled a bit this way. If you look down there, I left these parts exposed where you can see that there's new stems and leaves growing down there. So I just left those exposed. The purpose of the rocks is mainly to weigh the whole thing down so it doesn't float up when you put it in the water. And as for the sand at the bottom, the main purpose for the sand was just to like fill in some space at the bottom so I could have it a little higher up. And then also I suppose the roots could grow into the sand. And yeah, other people, they'll say, you know, add fertilizer tablets and stuff like that. I never did anything like that with the original plant, and that thing grew like mad. I think it'll probably be fine just like this. Let's go ahead and test it real quick just to see, just to make sure that, you know, it doesn't float up to the surface. Do it slowly. All right, it looks like we're probably, yes, we are good. You might also notice that I left a lot of the roots sticking out. And the reason that I left it like that is because that's how it was in the pond before I took it out. I think it'll give the roots just some, you know, free range to grow. So I decided to, you know, let them come out of the plant pot. And let's go ahead and find a space to put it in the pond, and we'll go ahead and get it in there. Alright guys, so there we have the original pot in the middle, and then over in this corner we have the new pot, and those lily pads, you know, they'll all even themselves out and come up to the surface within like a day or so. I remember they were like that when I first bought them, like I want to say it was like 3 years ago. That's how they kind of look. They're kind of all wonky and under the water, and then by the next day or so they'll make their way up to the surface. Also, I realized I accidentally removed this small bulb from the original pot, so this will probably be an entirely new water lily plant as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant this in this tiny little pot that I have right here, and hopefully it'll make it. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and put it down. I don't know why it's so hard to see right now. It's this glare. The glare is insane. But I put it down there. Yes, we can see it from this angle. At the bottom, you can see the rim of the pot. So I got that one over there. The original one in the middle. And then the one over here. The big one. And yeah, we'll just see how those do. And over the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about beefing up my filtration. And originally what I wanted to do is I wanted to go with another waterfall filter and put it on this side. So I would have like 2 of them. But it seems like the consensus is, it seems like most people want to see me make a DIY trash can filter. And one of you actually brought up a pretty good point. One of you guys said, if I do another waterfall filter, and then if that's not enough, I'm gonna have to do something else anyway. So I think that is true. After I thought about it, I think the trash can filter is the best way to go, and it seems like it's what most people want to see me do. So that's the plan as of right now. The other thing is, in my last video, you might remember I took apart my UV clarifier. I actually ordered the new UV bulbs. Let me show you the box. It just arrived today. So this is them right here. They're inside this box. I got 2 of them. They cost $40 for 2, so it comes out to like 20 bucks each for each bulb. So not too bad. It was actually quite a bit cheaper than buying the bulbs individually. So if you want to see me replace the bulb in my UV clarifier, make sure you come back next week because I'll be doing that in next week's video. Because as you can see, the water is turning a bit green. So I definitely want to replace that bulb soon. So next video, I'll be doing that. And just a quick update on the pond plants that I ordered in my last video. Here they are right here. As you can see, they're not doing that great, especially the water lettuce, but I mean, they're not completely dead, so I think they're gonna be okay. And if you look at the centers, it looks like there's some new growth in the centers of the plants, so I'm not actually too worried about it. I'm pretty sure they will be okay, and I actually already went ahead and cut off a bunch of the dead leaves, and it looks like there's actually more now, so I don't know. I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. We'll see if they survive. I'm pretty sure they will, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, next week when I'm putting the bulb inside my UV clarifier, I can focus on building the new intake for my pond pump, and then after that we'll be able to get to the filtration. So I definitely have a lot of plans coming up, so make sure that you're subscribed if you want to stay tuned for those. And guys, I do have a shout out for this video. I have a shout out for Joel Shaw. Thank you, Joel, so much for being an Aquamigo. I really appreciate it. And if any of you guys would like a shout out in my next video, all you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment, "I am an Aquamigo," and I will shout you out in my next fish video. I post new aquarium and pond videos every Friday. I call it Fish Fridays. And if you guys like this video, or if this video helped you out, I would really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. And if you would like to see more videos by me in the future, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notifications button. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and put my handle right here. It's at YT_Tobias, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.